法政の庭園ね。うん、オッケー。天仰げ空高く今宵星戻ると。真の直しは示す闇の染め希望はない。無知なる人から足を取りも星々は破滅する定むところなと。ここはもうやったから飛ばしてと。
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
あー、まだいないね。
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a...
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards,
腐った床板以外か。やだな。首抜きそうでやだな。
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably...
A sad old man doesn't work.
Gee, if...
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
なるほどね。じゃあまあ。
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go. なんかあるか？なんだ？小さな木彫りのクジラ？あ、こっちか。天使の像。
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined. But the architecture seems too recent.
まだ入ってこっちか。
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
まあショック受けるだろうな。
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the
あれ
burial.
もうなんかやってない
What kind
Poor
of
kid.
deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? Steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such
Poor
a
kid.
let alone
Poor
allow
kid.
it. Even that broad
Poor
radiance
kid.
above that.
そうけん。
Lord, have pity on this poor family.
The kid. Poor kid.
かわいそうな子だ。なんかあるか他に。こっちか。やっぱりこれやばいな世界観。世界観についてこれすっごい暗い。塞がれ
I'll
て
have to
るな。
find another entrance.
塞がれてるか。ここは倒木で通れないって感じか。だとしたら今度こっち側か。で、なんかあるわけでもないらしいな。
This entrance is still in use.
あ、ムービー入った。
Whoa! Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them,
怖っ。
dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
うーん。ああ。
What do you think you're doing? So talk, and no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
ああ。
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
I like, but I have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back.
まあなあ。
Silas! Pierce! In God's name, what are you doing?
Officer Bradley, this hook...
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and...
Impossible.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay then. I'll leave the key with you.
恐ろしい老人だな、
Could have
確か
told
に。
me that earlier, Sonny.
トロフィ
Let's see
ー
what
得
more
恐ろしい老
I can
人
learn from。this
確かに恐ろしいわ、めっちゃ。てか、あの時よく殺されなかったな、マジで。
What now?
Do you have a moment?
What?
Nothing.
Stop wasting.
Pierce, now that you finish your fun and game...
You're right.
行くか。あれ
Go away. Now.
あ
I'm
あ、サイ
with...
ラさん。第3章ね。オッケー。斜めたかあれ。斜めることに成功しっていうよりも、こっちは殺せかけたけどな。下手なことやって。怖え。もうちょい振っとっとけばよかったな。
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
あれ、得得したか。無理か。魔術。筋力とだな。魔術の一般セント上げとくか。いや。だったら魔術の方に入れとくか。まあ、これで OK。なんだトロフィー得得。探偵エドワーズ・ピアス。小輝度は安定してるし。場所ね。木彫りね。なんだアイテムオッケーかな。なんかあるか。なんもない。
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
おー、再現されますよー。てかマップ。
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this?
今度これか。
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
ほうほう。絵画か。これなんかあるか。何かこれは。
The boy was probably here.
多分ここに
Smashed his plate on the floor.
ほうほう。なるほどね。他にあるか。今度これか。
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
ほうほ
Something happened at this table.
う。ほうほ
An argument?
う。口論か。 ごいな。
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
ほうほう。
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
ああ、戻って。
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
ほうほ
Sarah Hawkins and little Simon. The perfect picture of the middle-class family.
う。他になんかあるか。なんかあるかな。人形。なんかあるか他に。絵は焼けてるね。
They seem happy,
ペー
but
ジ。
Charles is already looking off into the future. His marriage just a stop along the way.
なるほど。他になんかあるか。お、写真。
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
ほうほう。新しい
Too
けど
much rubble. I'll find an easier way.
なんだ。
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Let's see if I can find something the
Wow.
cops missed.
なんだこれ。さあ、調査やな。なんかあるか。
Did someone escape the fire?
こん
If the painting I found on the docks really
な
came
んで
from
わかっ
here,
たんだこれ。
how come it didn't burn?
うんうん。
They had a
オイルラ
fight.
ンプ。
Why?
ほうほ
The child's corpse
Hold on.
left a trace. Where are the others?
Huh?
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
う。なるほどね。これなんかあるか。ん、まだあった。
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
ほうほう。他になんかあるか。探そう。でもなさそうかな。
Blood. This lamp was thrown.
投げられた。
This was no accident.
事故なんかじゃない。うん。おお。
This was a fight.
あ、そうだったよ。ようわかるな。すごいな。
Someone fell here.
おお。
A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
ほうほう。
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
ほうほ
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down.
う。ほうほう。
Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
ほうほう。
I can't help you on that one.
なるほど、ね。
Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
ほうほう。
Without your authorization. By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So,
なるほど。
well,
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
what'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
ほうほ
I firmly believe this fire was more than
う。
just an accident.
ほうほう。
What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
おお。
I just ask that you don't disturb it.
あーってね。どれあげようかな。
Anything.
間違えた間違えた。よし。こんな感じかな。これで OK。あと手がかりだと、もう最後の晩餐、火事現場、ターの靴。
If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
ああ、ついてくのね。なんかあるか。あ、これ違うのか。ここは開か
This
ないんだ。
door is locked.
お、なんか18世紀の医学史進歩。ほうほう。書斎かなんかか本とかまだあんのかな。燃やせるか。音が怖えわマジで。お、
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose?
なるほどね。
The lyrics of the drunken sailor.
ほうほ
A
う。
sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
塞がれてるか。他には何かあるか。うん。うん。
An An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
なるほど。なんかあるか。
The lyrics of the Drunken Sailor, a sea shanty.
なんかあるのかな。なんだ白芸。
Moby Dick, Melville's classic.
ほうほう。
The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
ほうほう。おお、びっくりした。雷かなんかか。なんかあるか他に。
A book on the first inhabitants of the island.
ほうほ
It seems they got here around the 14th century.
う。お、人体比較分析。ほうほう。どんくらい言ってんだ今。ほうほう。お、マジでビビるからやめれ。マジでビビるからやめれ。なんかあるか。うん。まずこっから回っていくか。なんか目星のやつがあるらしいな。これか。
20,000 leagues under the
海
sea.
底2万里。
Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
ほうほう。まだあるらしいな。
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
ほうほう。なんかあるかね。
A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
ふんふん。
Dark water history.
うん。
This place was settled back in 1692
ほうほ
by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
う。うんうん。
Greek mythology.
ギリシャ神話。
Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
他にここだとなさそうだね。
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
苦情か。うん。うんうん。なるほどね。ここ行くと、あ、元生きた文字に戻るのか。おう。 マジで心臓に悪いな。なんだ。こっちは入れない。こっちは入れんか。こっちは入れる。子供部屋？
The boys' room.
なんかあるかね。なんだ。飛ばしちゃったよ。
Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
ほうほう。もう一回か。
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
うん。
What nightmarish vision could have inspired
いや、これ気持ち悪い。
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems.
怪奇の
That
記
kid
憶。
saw something. Something terrified
な
him.
んなんだったんだ一体。他になんかあるか。これじゃなさそうだね。
What was going through that boy's mind?
なさそうだね。ちょっとやべえ。気分が悪くなってきた。ちょっとやべえ。気持ち悪くなった。